Gear setup. This is everything packed in the truck up here for, we're doing a 3-day trip up in Lincoln National, up in the Sacramento Mountains. Everything's locked in tight. Water's locked in tight with the Knoll mount, Knoll Industries. Cooler's mounted down on the Range Industries. The Plano Sportsman trunks carrying a bunch of gear all tied down. Recovery gear, traction boards, litter getter, all packed up. The head's packed up right there. Everything loaded in the truck. That's it. Not a whole lot of weight for just a long weekend, but that's everything stashed. Ready to go. And we'll go over some of the gear I carry right shortly. Stay tuned. The kitchen setup right there. One chuck box. That is a front runner case. Fits everything we need for the two of us. And I'll break it out here and show you what's in that thing. All right, that's everything out of the chuck box. So you got the most important is the coffee system right over here on the side. I've got my pour over, my gooseneck, my coffee. I do run a little, this is an MSR pocket rocket. Sometimes I'll just boil the water up on the coffee for that thing right there. I'll just do that versus getting the big stove out. And I've got my whole kitchen kit. I'll break that apart and show you that. That's all the utensils, knives and such. GSI bowls and plates. The Stanley, I don't even think they make that anymore. It's like a 26 piece, something like that. It's got one big pot, a skillet, and another pot and a frying pan. And that pot's got the strainer on it, so you can use pasta on it. Carry your basic spices, quite a few of those in there. The cleanup with a collapsible for my dishwash container here, just a collapsible bucket. Got some trash bags, some Ziplocs, running an Algene water bottle here that I'll fill up, which is just easy access, and a couple of cups, cutting board, and then a little kit that's got your basic fire starter stuff and stuff like that in there. But that's everything I carry in a chuck box for doing this. Not a whole lot of stuff. But I'll break that Outdoor Research Kitchen kit down for you and show you what's in that. All right, so it's kind of a two-for here. I got the Solo Outdoor Research Kit with everything right across here that's in it, and I've also got that Stanley cook set broke down. And it's just a smaller pot, that big Mongo pot. Got a couple of pot holders there, and the frying pan, and it's at an even heat. So you got that really heavy thick bottom, so these things work really well. They don't tend to stick like the cheap aluminum stuff or the small stainless steel stuff. So in that Solo kit, you got peeler, measuring spoons, got two of the Ontario knives, got the Santoku, and also got this chef knife there. These things are less than 15 bucks a piece. Pretty good carbon steel, and hold a pretty good edge, easy to sharpen. Got the spatula, spoon, tongs, some cleaning stuff there, and some eating utensils. And that is everything that goes in there in the cook set. Not a whole lot to it. Pretty simple. Gear storage and transport. The Plano Sportsman trunks work like a champ. These things are affordable, a ton of volume, and for long weekends, that's all the gear I got. 2 of the big trunks and one of these smaller ones. And you can get these things dust tight just by going to the hardware store, getting some little bit of just weather stripping. Coming inside the lid with some weather stripping, and that gives you a nice dust tight seal. So super lightweight. Yeah, you get into the big heavy duty cases and you add a lot more weight to your truck. So those are really affordable and work really well to transport your gear. These are some of the tools I carry in my truck. All these tools right here go in this bag, and that stays behind the rear seat in the bottom back there. Carry a 3/8 drive extension. I've got some drivers, 1/2 inch down to 1/4. I've got one Allen driver there that actually fits the axle of the mountain bike. Got assorted sockets, most common sizes. Got metric and standard. Got a little Japanese screwdriver there with 3 different bits, and just a small flathead screwdriver. 3 metric ratcheting wrenches, 15, 13, and 10, very common sizes, and a set of McKenna Pex, yeah, I think it's McKenna Pex, something like that. Those German made channel locks, small pair of dikes, and I got metric and standard on the Allen heads. All those fit into that Japanese driver. And I also carry this little toolkit here, this Klein toolkit. I use this probably more than any other piece of equipment I got. Obviously I do have a big toolkit that stays in the back of the truck with all the off-road recovery stuff, but this stuff stays just in the cab and underneath the back seat, and most all that stuff I use quite frequently. But like I say, that this Klein toolkit here, and I use that thing for just anything and everything on a daily basis. That's a really nice kit right there. That thing does most everything I need to have done on the truck without having to bust into the big toolkit. Talking stoves, this is my go-to stove. That is a gas one. It's a 3900 series. That is a dual fuel stove. It'll run canisters. You can run the butane canisters in here, or like I run it, hook it up with a hose to the propane tank and run it off propane. The reason I go with this particular stove is it's a 15,000 BTU stove. This thing cooks. It produces a lot of heat. It's got a good windscreen on it. Works out pretty dadgum well. Really nice stove. That's why I run it. Backup stove is that old Coleman right there. It's a 533 series. Again, it's a dual fuel. It'll run white gas or it'll run just standard unleaded fuel. But about 10,500 BTUs. And honestly, this is one of the best stoves on the market. I mean, if you do any kind of camping out of a vehicle, that little stove right there will do everything you need. The white gas or the unleaded, you can get unleaded anywhere. So the Aussies really like that stove. They use a lot of them over there. But I've had a 502 or an old series. I've been doing this for, gosh, probably 40 something years. So obviously run a lot of Coleman from back in the day still. I started out with the old Coleman cooler that was made out of metal on the outside. But that 533 dual fuel right there, that will cook anything you want to cook. You know, it's got a generator system on it. You just fire it up and it kind of flames up a little bit, then it starts to get that fuel into a gas, and then you got a good blue flame and a little bit of a windscreen there, and it works pretty dang good. It just it's a little problematic if you're working a big skillet. That's where this stove comes in a lot handier. It's got a lot more surface area there to get a big skillet on if you're making a pretty big meal. But those two stoves are kind of a go-to. That's what I use every day. And then the 533 is always there for a backup if you want to make a quick pot of coffee. Man, they're just two really good stoves. And this thing's been, that thing's been around for decades. So I mean, it's just proven. And the gas one, I don't know how long those guys have been out, but it's been working like a champ. And we use it every trip. We're just in the truck. Sometimes I'm cooking on the tailgate when we're in the camper. But Gas One 3900 series, really good stove, and the Coleman 533, another good stove. And there's the box for the Coleman, which is a coffee can, fits right in there. And then I pad the heck out of that thing. I put it in this Pelican 1500 series here, so it stays in there. It fits perfectly into that 1500 in case they can bounce around the back of the truck, not damage the stove. Right, that's the stoves. That nice blue flame in that 533. Quick coffee. Everything tastes better in the mountains, but that's a pretty good Kolsch right there. Rogue's out of Oregon, and they make a really good Kolsch.